Recognize Senator Markey for his questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, very much, and thanks to our witnesses for being here. Last week, we saw a chilling scene play out in the American tech sector. The Department of Defense waged a 2 weeks-long intimidation campaign against an American AI company, Anthropic, which has deployed its AI models in classified DoD systems and asked for 2 reasonable limitations on use of its AI model: no mass domestic surveillance and no autonomous weapons. In response, last Friday, Secretary Hegseth posted on X that the Department of Defense would not only terminate its contract with Anthropic, but would also designate the company as a supply chain risk and direct all DoD contractors to immediately sever any commercial relationships with the company. That's Godfather Part 1 stuff. Given that 80% of Anthropic's revenue comes from its business customers, this designation is an attempt to destroy Anthropic altogether. Or as a former senior Trump AI official put it, this is an attempted corporate murder. So, Mr. Rahman, today you have been vocal about the importance of American leadership in technology. Should the U.S. government be attempting to destroy American AI companies because they refuse to agree to certain contractual terms?
Senator, thank you for that question. As I said in my opening remarks, I'm fully committed to helping NIST deliver on the President's AI action plan. As far as NIST swim lane in this is concerned, it has a very specific expertise in swim lane, and that is to be the gold standard of the measurement science behind AI. And the AI action plan clearly lays out that all NIST should do is really focus on that and then focus on providing frameworks that other agencies can use according to their mission relevance and what they wish to do out of it. And
no, I recognize
right.
that what Hegseth says is not squarely within NIST jurisdiction. But if confirmed, you will serve as a key science and technology advisor to Secretary Lutnick. You also talk repeatedly in your testimony about the importance of U.S. innovation. So it's reasonable to expect you to have a view on the most important action the federal government has taken against an AI company. So let's just try this a different way. Doesn't this type of extortion against a U.S. tech company undermine innovation in the United States?
Senator, without knowing the details, I'm really not in a position to answer this question. Like I said, in my role, if confirmed as NIST director, I'll be focusing on the AI action plan and the role that NIST has, stated in it.
Well, it's disappointing that you cannot condemn such a blatant and reckless abuse of power. The Department of Defense's actions, Hegseth's actions here are outrageous, an attempt to destroy a company. The department needs to revoke the supply chain designation and cease this retaliation campaign against Anthropic. So let me now turn to something directly within NIST's authority, testing the accuracy of facial recognition algorithms. Facial recognition technology raises profound concerns about privacy and civil liberties. And that's why I have long opposed the government's use of facial recognition technology. And it's why I have aggressively conducted oversight of the Trump administration's abusive and unconstitutional use of these technologies for immigration enforcement purposes. ICE and CBP agents have been spotted using facial recognition tools on protesters and even threatening to put peaceful protesters in a, quote, domestic terrorist database. This is very chilling stuff in the United States of America. And while I will continue to urge Congress to ban the government from using facial recognition tools, in the meantime, I am glad that NIST continues to support its testing programs to evaluate the performance of facial recognition systems. So, Mr. Rahman, while these tools are still being used across the government, will you commit that NIST will continue its testing program and maintain full public access to NIST facial recognition testing results?
Thank you for that question, Senator. NIST, of course, has a historic and unique role in AI metrology. Actually, it begins in the 1960s with fingerprinting identification systems. So it's got a really extensive scientific technical expertise in this. What I will say is that, as I said, I'm fully committed to the AI action plan that the president has laid out. In it,
Will you continue full public access to NIST facial recognition testing results? Yes or no?
Senator, I'm not aware exactly of what the status of that particular tool is, but rest assured that if confirmed, I will really leaning in to make sure that NIST continues its leadership in metrology of AI systems.
Well, again, I'm disappointed in that answer as well, because I'm not getting a clear answer from you on that issue. And at the same time, the American people are actually experiencing the consequences of this technology being deployed in our country. And I'm going to continue to sound the alarm on this, because I just think that we cannot allow policies that are fundamentally turning this into an Orwellian nation can continue to be developed and deployed without a full debate in our country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.